So I've been working on this video for about 3 months or so. It's about my renovation of the downstairs of my property, which I recently rented. So I agreed to rent it out for some time now, but the tenants moved in last night, so technically for December 1st, right? Um, this is a video. What you're seeing now is a video that I had taken and sent to them for them to see the property. So the funny thing is, um, this is somebody, the person I rented to is somebody I met on TikTok and never met the person in real life. She just reached out to me, asked me if I knew of anywhere renting. She was in Canada at the time, wanted to come back to Jamaica, and she wanted somewhere. She actually wanted somewhere unfurnished, but downstairs my apartment was semi-furnished. It was fully furnished, but some of the appliances and so on were no longer working or had deteriorated because we were not living there for so long. So, backstory, my husband and I built the downstairs in 2016 and we completed the upstairs of our property in 2020 2021. So we moved upstairs, and so for over 3 years, nobody was living downstairs. So we had to do some major renovations and cleaning to get the property ready for somebody to actually live. So mom was staying in one of the rooms at one point, so that room wasn't like in need of any major refurbishing, but she didn't live there. She was more upstairs with us. So while she had her things there, she rarely lived with us on the upstairs. So there was really not a lot of life downstairs. So it needed some love. So in this walkthrough, you're basically seeing all the problems that were there. The stripping of the walls. There was one particular wall in the washroom that was bleeding. And you're also seeing the color scheme. And by bleeding, I mean like it sweat. It used to sweat because it was like dumped up. I don't even know how to explain it, but in the washroom, it was like underground before because it's a split level house. So that one was always sweating and causing the color to run off the walls. This is how the rooms looked. This was room number 2, I think, but this was just to show you generally how the place looked. And this is a video that I had sent to her. So I sent her this video. She agreed that yes, we want the place, and we decided to just fix it up for them. So you can notice we had board cupboards in the kitchen, yellow paint in the kitchen, blue paint in one room, peach in one room. We had a lot of colors all over the place, and that was because of my taste back then. I was more a color person. No, not so much. This is a stove that we had downstairs when we lived downstairs, but it was no longer functional. There was also this fridge. This fridge was no longer functional. This entertainment center, this we took it out as well. So we had to do a lot of movements. Now, this is problem number 1 that we had to address. You notice that one of the walls was stripping in the room. It's because there was so much water on the outside of that wall because of all that water coming down. So we had to fix that up. Problem number 2, one of the mixers in the bathroom downstairs was not working. So we had to order this thing, foot pipe, I think Denver called it. I had to order this on Amazon, and he did his thing. Denver is an all-rounder, so he found a way to make it work again. So everything was working fine. Now to fix that, he had to demolish the tiles around the mixer area. And so we had to go tile shopping, and we decided on this tile. Now, he did this part as well to cut the tiles, shape them up, and just fix it up so that it looks like nothing ever happened. So we wanted it to look like it was a deliberate thing to put it in, like a little accent. And he also changed out the mirror frame to give it a different color. Now, project number 3 was the painting. So the entire house, as I said, the color scheme was all over the place. And so we went through with bone white. We decided to go with bone white right all over and just white in the roof. So I think we got like about $80,000 worth of paint. And we just painted out the entire thing. This is what it looked like afterwards. So you notice you're not seeing the colors that were there before. And as usual, my painter Kemar, he does an excellent job. So I have to big him up all the time. And then project number 5, that's where we reach now. Project number 5, I think, was the kitchen. Oh my word, this was the most stressful part of it, and it is now my most loved part of the house downstairs. So we had to take out all the boards, and of course we had to paint over the kitchen. So we ripped out the entire thing, and we got the measurements taken to put it back in just as how it was before. But because we had to remove the boards, you notice that. So when I checked like a week before, this is when I went by the store, like a week before it wasn't completed. So I was a bit upset to say the least. But then they used the time to get new tiles to fill in the area that wasn't tiled, and also to tile the edges because the face of it didn't have on tiles before, it had wood before. And I think he did an excellent job with that because, he's not a tiler, just like how he's not a plumber, but he does all these things and it's just amazing. And I'm so grateful for him. So I think it was on Wednesday. So the tenants were to move in last night, which was Saturday night. And I think it was Wednesday that the persons came to put in the kitchen cupboards. Um, I like it, like really, really like it. No, love it. Let me not say like. I love it. They decided to use black. I think originally I'd asked for brown because there is a little island thing there that still has brown. So I kind of wanted it to fit in, but the black looks so good. I'm not gonna lie, the black looks so good. They had a problem with one little side where you see empty. They had to come back and get that sorted out yesterday, like D-Day, the last day. So I'd messaged the tenant before and told her that I'm so sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna have everything fully ready for you. But it worked out fine and she was good. So let's continue now. So we had to go through now and clean try to clean off the wall in the washroom. This is the area now that I was telling you kept on, like the paint kept on rubbing off the wall. So we actually tried to clean it off ourselves before we painted it, but time wouldn't allow. So this too was yesterday before this was corrected because we just decided that, boy, we're just gonna have to paint it. As a long-term project, we'll have to take on figuring out a way to get it done properly because we tried so many things. We were trying shore coat, but as I said, time didn't allow for it. But this is what the final look was like. He was only able to do 2 coats. So he'll have to do another coat, but he couldn't do a third coat because it's not an area that gets sunshine or anything. Because as I told you, we dug it out. This now was time for us to clean. So we had to take out all the drawers and everything, vacuum them, clean windows, everything. We took off the doors and gave them a fresh coat of paint. Well, they were never painted before. It was just a natural color. But when I tell you that we all worked. We were up from before 6 in the morning on Saturday, and we didn't finish until about 8 o'clock in the night. So the guys came back and did their final touches. Well, one of the guys came back and did their final touches. I washed all the sheets and curtains and everything that was on the downstairs. And then I gave a final walkthrough of the property. So I'm just gonna walk you through now what the place looked like. So we have 2 bathrooms downstairs. So what you just saw is the first bathroom. We'll call this bedroom number 1 for now. This is the one closest to the guest bathroom or the second bathroom. Then you come up the passage. So this is from inside the house. The next bedroom number 2, this used to be the kids' bedroom. So you notice we have single-sized beds, and this person that I'm renting to also has a family. They have 3 children as well. So I guess the single-sized beds will work. I showed you the washroom already, but this is what the washroom was looking like when we were finished cleaning. We don't even know if the washer works because we didn't try it and we haven't been down there so long. This is what the living room looks like now. They're gonna have to get their own entertainment center, television, fridge, and a couple other things because, as I said, they were actually looking for somewhere unfurnished. So they would have gotten a lot of brata, so to speak, but they will be able to get the other things. This now is the master bathroom and the master bedroom, and this is how this looked as well. So I gave them sheets and curtains and everything because they were traveling, and they were traveling like for the entire day. So I know they wouldn't be able to come home and set up anything. So I just wanted to make the place as comfortable as possible for them so that they could probably just shower and settle in, and then today they can take on whatever else. And as I said, this is now my new favorite part of the house, the kitchen. I moved the stove that I had upstairs, downstairs. I also gave them a microwave. And that is pretty much how the place turned out. So let me know what you think. They moved in, they were pretty comfortable. And if you know, you know. I don't know if you can recognize these people, but this is Tavia from TikTok. And everybody's good. We're all good. Thank you for watching.